Why hello me wee lads and lasses, welcome back to the channel here. That's my terrible Irish accent. So, if you haven't guessed, St. Paddy's Day special this week. So I am making a corned venison roast. I'm also corning a beaver ham. This is going to imitate the Irish dish of corned beef. My recipe comes from this cookbook right here, Buck Moose by Hank Shaw. He is one of the absolute best wild game chefs out there. There's really no one better. I've got this whole set of cookbooks. I absolutely love this stuff. Check him out. He's got a website, Facebook group. You can get the books anywhere that books are sold, so Amazon, which I hate using, so go to your local bookshop, they can order it for you. This is what it ends up looking like. And neither my wife or I were big fans of corned beef growing up. It just wasn't our jam. But I ended up making this last year, and it is so good. So I've actually got my spices boiling right now. It's very simple. The only thing you need that you probably don't have, there's like two things. You need a teaspoon of carraway seeds, and you need a ½ ounce, so 1/2 of 1 ounce or a ½ ounce of insta-cure #1. You can get that. I got mine from the sausage maker, again, another small company. I love supporting small businesses. So what you're doing here is we're bringing 1/2 gallon or half of a gallon to boil with a ½ cup of kosher salt, a 1/3 cup of sugar, a ½ ounce insta-cure #1, tablespoon cracked black pepper, tablespoon, I just use regular ground coriander, 6 crushed bay leaves, a tablespoon of mustard seeds, a tablespoon of dried thyme, a teaspoon of carraway seeds, which you may not be able to find everywhere, but my Walmart had them. A cinnamon stick. Quick note on the cinnamon stick. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon will sub out that cinnamon stick for you. 6 whole cloves, 5 cloves of chopped garlic. So all we're going to do is bring this up to a boil, let it cool to room temperature, and then we'll get the brine going, and then we'll get the meat in the brine. Alright, so now that that's boiling, and boiling good, just give that a quick stir. Yeah. And I'm serious, this is not the corned beef you buy at the store. This is not the super fatty brisket that, you know, it's just okay and you eat it because it's St. Patrick's Day. This is really good. Anyone would be happy to eat this. So all we're going to do is we're just going to take this boiling pot and we're going to slide it back 1 burner. There we go. Turn that off. Cover it back up. And we're going to let that cool to room temp. Alright, so we're back. This is a venison sirloin roast. This is the back quarter of a beaver. And this is our cooled down brine. So all we're going to do is we're going to put a brine onto the meat. And we're going to let this sit till Thursday. So. We're going to cover these up. And place them in the fridge. And then 1 time per day, we'll have to flip the meat just to make sure that it's absorbing from both sides. So stay tuned for what we're gonna cook on Thursday.
Okay, so it's time to start boiling corned beef. So we've got our roast. Venison roast. And a lot of time over. It's about 2 days from coming. So we're gonna put these in pot. Just barely cover them with fresh water. Bring it to a simmer. It's about 2 p.m. So these will be ready to eat at 5. Then when I get home, I'll do the boiled red skin potatoes and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so that's covered with fresh water. I'm just gonna partially cover these just to get them up to a simmer. These will simmer for about 3 hours and then they'll be ready to go. Alright, so here are the finished roasts. So here's the corned venison. You can see that it's not like falling apart, but it's real tender. And then here's the beaver. So whenever you boil anything, you know, or you cook in water, it doesn't come up looking very nice. So I'm gonna trim this up and then I'll show you what it looks like cleaned up. Okay, so there's the 2 roasts cleaned up. This one is the beaver. That's beaver. That's venison. And I've got my red potatoes boiling. So the way you want to do red potatoes, start them in cold water, bring the cold water all the way up to a boil, pull the top off, and then let them simmer. And I'm gonna let these go 15 minutes, and then I'll check them for tenderness after that. All right, so the potatoes are done boiling. So I'm gonna add some butter. Yes. We'll coat potatoes in butter. See how I spin that around. Butter. Salt. You certainly don't have to use this much salt if you're using salted butter. No. Black pepper. Wait, sweetie.
I have one of those pieces.
Yeah, you'll have some on your plate.
I have 2 for my sister.
Garlic powder, which I'm almost out of. Onion powder. This is all from my garden, so these are all herbs that I just dehydrated myself, but this is parsley, rosemary, and thyme. I'm gonna want these in equal parts. Now, anything with a needle, like rosemary and thyme, you really want to grind this up in your fingers. pretty much as well as you can, because nobody wants to bite into it. Roast paste. Oh, once you got that all nice in there, put that on. Okay. So this is now what magic. If you don't have a potato smasher, these things are awesome. So I just want the skin on there just lightly broken. Okay. Now I know that cabbage is kind of traditional with this. I'm not a cabbage guy. I like boiled cabbage. Boiled cabbage is gross. So now I'm just gonna get that roughed up. Butter gets mixed in. That's why I used a metal spoon, because it roughs and breaks the potatoes a little bit more than that. And now you're ready to make a plate. So this plate here will be for my wife. Potatoes. She promised me she would try the beaver. That is a plate of homemade corn venison and broken boiled red skin baby potatoes. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you made something authentic for St. Paddy's Day. Until next time, tight lines, tight chains, shoot straight. Thanks for watching.